Hey everybody, welcome. Ramey here. Coming live with a new episode today. I'm just going to kind of talk about some stuff about the field, some different things that have been going on and stuff like that. So I'm just going to, share some of my thoughts as usual. It's Friday afternoon. Everything's well, enjoying summer. It's July. Can't beat that. All right, so let's talk about some of the issues coming up in technology and, gaming and training and stuff that I've, been thinking about over the last week. So, and then I'm going to get into a few like instructional design things. But, so first thing in the gaming world, Super Mario Maker 2 has been released. It came out about a week ago or so. Still waiting to get my hands on it. My kids are begging and begging. We just totally have not had a chance to play around with it. But for those of you that aren't familiar with Super Mario Maker in general, it's a game where it's just like the original, take the original Super Mario Brothers you remember from being a kid, and you're able to build your own worlds any way you want to with all kinds of cheats, and you can make them impossible and really crazy. So kids are constructing and building their own video game worlds, their own version of Super Mario Brothers. It's a really cool game that I like a lot. So we're trying to get our hands on that. We just have not had the time. My kids are really excited to play it, and I am too. That's kind of some of the gaming stuff that I've been, trying to get into over the last little while. I've been looking forward to, just haven't played it enough yet. So that's kind of some of the cool gaming stuff that I'm trying to play with lately. Also, Oculus Quest is finally releasing some really cool apps. I haven't been in here in a few weeks into it because I was away on vacation, but they just released Richie's Plank Experience, which I'm really excited to try out for the Oculus Quest. If you're not familiar with Richie's Plank Experience, it's this game where you basically can fly around a city and do some fun things in it. It's probably the best VR demo out there. Like if I want to put someone in VR and tell them this is what it's like, let them experience it, Richie's Plank Experience is the best game to do that because it's really neat and it's scary because you're flying around the city. You kind of feel like you're in the Matrix. Really cool. So that's kind of the gaming side of stuff that's been happening. World of technology, I follow the stock market always. I'm keeping up with kind of what's going on. Microsoft doing good again and again. They just reported some earnings this week from Q2. Their cloud is doing awesome. So I always like to keep up with what the tech companies are doing and stuff. So let's get into some training and instructional design stuff because I wanted to hit on some things. I always go through and take questions that I've gotten throughout the week. I'm always looking on Reddit and LinkedIn, looking at the instructional design stuff, seeing what kind of questions people have and what people are looking for. And what the first thing that popped out to me, I was on Reddit this morning, was someone asked, what are some good SME stories? So working with subject matter experts, what are some good stories? And I have a couple. So first story, well, the first thing I always tell my students is that there are times that being the consultant where you go into a company and your subject matter expert hates you. They don't want to work with you. Why do they get bitter sometimes, and why do they think that? What happens is sometimes they think like, I could be doing this job. Why did they hire this person to do it? Or they feel like you're taking some of the credit for something that they feel like they should be doing, not realizing that you're an expert and they hired you for a reason. And it's not really your fault. You're there. Their company's the one that hired you. So they don't want to work with you. So you get that sense of there's that tension there. Sometimes it's the complete opposite and they love that you're there and you're super happy. But a lot of times there's this tension and it's like, why is this person here working with me? So one of the stories I have working with a subject matter expert, I'll just share this one because it's kind of funny. So I was doing this project. It was a consulting project, really large project. And I came on kind of midway through. Solution had already been described and we were already in the process of starting it. And I kind of came on to design some training. I was warned coming onto the project subject matter expert does not want us there. So I was given that warning right away. So what do you do when you have that warning? Well, I got to think, okay, I got to tread water around the SME, and because I got to get them to like me and stuff. So what I did is I set up a meeting with them, and I talked to them, and I walked them through what I was going to do. But what I did is strategically, I asked for their advice a lot during that meeting and told them, what do you want? I made it seem like they were in control of the project. In a sense, they are. They're the SME. They're telling you a lot, but ultimately I have to make a lot of decisions. But I let them be a part of all those decisions. And you should do that. But I made it, I did it a little, I tried to be a little extra, what's the term I'm looking for? I was a little more sensitive to what I had already heard. Let's just put it that way. So the SME ended up liking me and my team. So that wasn't an issue, but they still did have an issue with the project. So there was nothing I could do out of my control. So we go through, we develop the project. The SME is helping us, working really well, and everything seems good. So then we get to the train the trainer portion. And the goal of this project was to train, for me, was to train a bunch of trainers so that they could go out and teach the whole company how to do what we were teaching them to do. So this subject matter expert comes to the training, and she's a woman. She decides to not pay attention the whole entire time, but not that she's not going to not pay attention. She's going to sit in the front. I mean, literally like in the front. There might've been like 2 or 3 seats, like rows of like 4. She was like right there in the front, pulls out a whole bunch of knitting material and knitted something the whole entire time for 8 hours. Instead of paying attention, instead of asking questions, knitted. It wasn't that it was just rude, because it was distracting to everyone. And what kind of message did that send to us? First of all, to us, it sends, I don't need to be here. I don't care about this, but the message it sends to everyone else is, first of all, it's a distraction to all of them, but the message it sends is, this is a waste of our time. And it wasn't a waste because we were implementing a whole new system. They needed to know how to use it. They were going to be teaching people how to do it. They had to know how to use it themselves. But that's just one story of something that happened. There's a bunch of others. That's one of like my 10 stories of things that have happened with subject matter experts that I always just thought was hilarious. Like you look back at that and you're like, what was she thinking to do that? But anyway, it happens. All right, let's scroll through and see some other questions people brought up in the various forums over the last little bit. Okay, so job aids. Someone asked, does anyone have examples of job aids? So I get asked for examples all the time. Does anyone have an example of this? Does anyone have an example of this? Here's the thing about providing examples. If I give someone an example, it's an example of something like a dummy job that I created, like a dummy job aid, or a dummy computer-based training, or a dummy video that I've created, like a sample. Why? Because when I create a job aid for a client, I don't own that anymore. It's their content in there. They take it. It's proprietary to them. First of all, I definitely can't post it on the web. I'm not sending it through email to random people that I don't know. I really don't want to send it through email at all. Now, if you're sitting down with me or we're doing screen sharing, I'll show you what I've developed before. And I might have taken out the names, even if it's sensitive. But that's it. I can't share that kind of stuff. We can't share stuff. So that gets into kind of the portfolio thing. I don't doubt I'm really going to talk too much about that today, because I do want to talk a lot about portfolios at some point. That's just not something that's going to happen today. But, you got to think about that when you're asking someone, can you share this with me? They really can't. It's owned by someone else. And sorry, I'm sitting here taking a drink all the time. You keep watching that, but for some reason, my allergies the last 2 days have been acting up, especially when my air conditioning's been going in my house. So I've been having a lot of I really like this. So the sparkling water I really like because it tends to settle your stomach as well as help your throat and allergies for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, I really like the sparkling water for that reason. So does my wife. So we have it. All right. Okay. Someone's suggesting, what are some suggestions for real-time interactive option for instructors when recording lectures? So they want to record their lecture, and how do you do that? How do you record stuff? Ironically, I'm going to be teaching a class this spring on how to stream, how to do live streaming stuff. Because I stream it via a lot of my video gameplay and Twitch, and I'm always making videos and podcasts and stuff like that. Now, I do it because I like it. I enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun for some reason. I don't know why. My wife thinks I'm totally weird, but I just enjoy like doing this. So, what are some options for online instructors? So what we're using at UNCW is we are using Zoom. So we use Zoom to record all of our classes. It's good because it allows for interactivity. Like students can come in, they can ask questions, they can share their screen, they can talk. So it allows for two-way communication, and there can be 25 people in the classroom, and it's going to handle that. And I've used a number of pieces of software before as well. So previously we were using WebEx, which is another solution for, an instructor for recording a live lecture. Now, if you're just talking about recording a lecture and you don't care that it's live, and it's you're recording the online portion, you can use, first of all, there's just free software out there, OBS. That's what I would use. OBS is free. It's great. It records all your stuff, and that's it. Be done with it. It records your screen. It'll record your audio. You can set it to record whatever you want, and that's it, OBS. And then there are options like Camtasia and some other stuff. They start to get a little more expensive depending on your needs. So there are so many different software packages out there, but the free is OBS, and Jing is also free, but I think it's only limited like 5 minutes of free time. But there are some cool free software packages out there that allow you to do that. And then you get into the better paid ones like Zoom and stuff like that. So yeah, there's some good stuff out there. See, someone's asking if there's any next gen at learning management systems available. There's so many different LMSs out there now. The big three are Canvas, Blackboard, and Moodle. Those are your big three learning management systems. But as far as what I would consider a next gen, I don't think I'd call it next gen. But what I would call it is just in a different class. There are these LMSs that are starting to be geared towards MOOCs. And I think that I wouldn't call them next gen, but a different focus would be MOOCs. And the difference between a MOOC LMS and a regular LMS would be that a MOOC LMS is first of all designed to handle 50,000 people coming onto it. Because your Blackboard course, that becomes difficult because they have to make sure the bandwidth is right. Whereas a MOOC LMS is set up to be able to handle that. But the biggest difference is that if I set up a course in Canvas or Blackboard or even Moodle, I have to enter in each user. There isn't just there's no sign up form for a Blackboard course. And I guess I could have Blackboard create that for me, but I've never seen it as part of a Blackboard course. They're always a closed system in a university, whereas a MOOC is an open system that users can go in, sign up, and get into a class right away without having to go through any of that administrative stuff. So that's where the difference lies in those LMSs. As far as features of what they're going to do the same thing, but there's that difference there. So I wouldn't call them new age so much as I'd call them just focusing on a different audience. All right, let's see. A person who designs professional development for teachers and support materials. What is this job called? Oh man, that's opening up a can of worms right there. I mean, every job in our field is what does the HR person feel like calling it today? Hey, we're looking for an instructional technologist. Hey, I'm looking for a multimedia designer. Hey, I'm looking for a instructional designer. Hey, we're looking for an IT designer. Hey, we're looking for an ID. Hey, we're looking for an educational technologist. Hey, we're looking for a network specialist. Hey, we're looking for a school media specialist. Whatever they're going to call it. the big problem in our field is with naming anything. And I've said this 1,000 times. We cannot agree on names. Why? Because whenever we come up with a name, someone says, well, I like this one better. And I want to say my program or my thing is different. So we're going to have this different name for the same thing. So we get that a lot. But, it makes it challenging when someone asks a question like this. Someone that's not sure, they're all confused because we're all confused. I'm confused. I'm confused about what anyone is. I've been in the field for almost 20 years now. And I'm confused about the field as well. You know what? If you ask my wife what I did, you might get an answer. I mean, our jobs are so vastly different that you might hear, like if you ask her, anyone that's not an instructional designer, what an instructional designer or instructional technologist does, or a learning scientist or whatever you want to call it, you are going to get everything from curriculum designer, teacher, video editor, website editor, network person, programmer, all kinds of different descriptions because we do some vastly different things. But it's kind of funny that we just can't nail that down. What is this job? I did a research study, and one of the things we did is we looked at job descriptions to figure out some competencies. But it's kind of funny. You have to really look at the job descriptions and say, what are they really asking for this one? So one of the things I do recommend to my students is that they go in and they do look at the job descriptions to kind of come up with what fits them, don't just go by the title. And I teach them how to look in different fields because some people put us in all kinds of different places. So anyway, let's see. Okay, this will be the last thing I'm going to talk about today because I've been on long enough. So someone posted, this text-to-speech web app has natural sounding voices. So I really, 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 really want to click this and test it for you guys. Oh, I can do it. Okay. And you know what? I swear I've tested this one before. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pick English American Ethan. Let's write something. Let's see. Testing a voice app. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at a text-to-speech converter. So what that means is this program is designed to, I type in text and it reads it back to me. A funny story about that too that I'll tell you in 1 second. So what this program does, I type something in, I can pick different accents, English American, English British, French, German, Italian, Japanese, and Korean. Those are all their choices. And then I can be Ethan or I can be Emma. Usually when you pay, they give you a whole bunch more choices. I've tested these out before and they're okay, but they're just, it sounds like you're just cutting up a bunch of words. That is what they're doing, but it just doesn't sound natural. It's okay if I need to fit a word in here or there, a sentence here and there. They could be okay for that. But narration for training, so far what I've tested is no, they do not work. No. I did an extensive test of 100 of these last year for a project I was on because they wanted to do it for the project. And I was like, we cannot do this. I cannot submit this to a client as professional work, even though they really wanted it. So funny story about this is nothing new. It's just gotten better and better. So I was probably 6 or 7 years old, let's say second grade. So we're talking 1986, 1987. And on the Apple IIe, you could type in something and the computer would say it. And for those of you that have watched the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick, he does that. His computer talks. He kept typing in and the computer talks to him in his bedroom when he's hacking in the War Game computer. Great movie. My kids who are 7 and 6 love that movie, which is hilarious. But anyway, so I did that. And I had it say something you could type in, I think one where I was hello, and it said hello. And then I said this. And it didn't sound like this because the computer sounded really bad. It sounded like the SH word. And my computer teacher like freaked out and was like, you can't. And I showed him what I did. And finally he was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You totally didn't do anything wrong. But the way the computer just sounded so bad that it couldn't understand. For those of you that have kids, like there's this funny like thing on Facebook of like, you can understand like what everyone hears like gabagoo, gabagigi. And the mom's like, oh, she wants Cocoa Pebbles with a glass of orange juice, like translating because the parent can understand their child. The computer is just like this, especially back in 1987 when I got in trouble for that. So let's test this out. Text-to-speech converter. I'm going to test this out. It's kind of, I really want to hear how good this is. So I'm picking English American and I'm picking Ethan. Then we'll pick Emma. And I said testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is, his name is Ethan. So let's see how well he does that. And I put an exclamation point. So let's see what it sounds like. Let me turn up the volume of my computer. Hopefully this goes into my mic. If that doesn't work, I'll turn up the volume a little more. Let's see.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Okay, let's listen to that again.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Okay, so I will admit it's not terrible. It's not terrible in that it's okay. Like testing a voice app, just that word. Let me do that.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
The hi, my name is Ethan is absolutely terrible. So the question is, and something I think would be a really interesting research study. I got to take a note of this. Do people care? And we've done some like voice studies in the multimedia principles and like talked about it. But the question is, if I was testing, and a lot of big problem with the multimedia principles, not for discussion here, is we haven't really tested them in live environments. They're always these controlled spaces. So if I were to give a company a 10,000 people training and I use this app, would they score significantly less? Would they be less happy? Two important, like their motivation and their satisfaction, motivation, and did they learn as much? Probably they would learn as much, but it'd be interesting to see it applied realistically. But it's okay. It just doesn't sound like a human. Okay, let's make it Emma.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
She sounds better. Hands down. Let's listen to that again. Emma sounds much better. Her is sounds real.
Testing a voice app.
Okay.
This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Wow, hers does not sound bad. Okay.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
You know what? That's not bad. It's his is weird for some reason. Let's see what the difference between British and American is. I mean, do people even know that? I don't know that. Oh, we have Zoe and Harry. Let's listen to Harry.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Oh man, he sounds great. I really love British accents for some reason. I always think it's like, it sounds clever or something. I don't know why, but I like that. Okay, so let's listen to Zoe.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Okay, I'm going to have some fun with this because I'm going to like record some funny messages and send them to my wife, and she's going to be like, what is going on here? I'm going to have a blast with this because this does not sound bad. It kind of sounds real. I think it sounds well enough that someone doesn't know it's fake might not know. All right, I'm having some fun with this app. So that means it's about time for me to go because I'm going to go do some funny texts with my wife using these different voices. Let's just, for fun, let's just listen. I don't know any of these languages. Let's just pick French and see what that sounds like. We'll pick Luis.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. My name is Ethan.
Oh, so it's just his accent is French. He's not speaking French. Okay, let's do German. Let's see what a German person. This is they're just picking their accent, a German accent.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
My Name? So is this really how these people are supposed to sound? I mean, this is so Italian.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Honestly, I have no idea if these are correct or not, because I have no idea what an Italian person speaking English is supposed to sound like. Japanese. Let's see. We will pick Kato.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well THIS works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
Now, I know a lot of Japanese people, and they don't talk like that. We'll do Korean, because I know a bunch of Korean people, too. And I don't think...
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
It was a little strange, but this app is going to be hilarious, because I am going to play this for my wife. So for those of you who are listening in, I'll tell you the name of this app. It's verby.co, verby.co, verby.co. But yeah, this is pretty funny. So yeah, someone just asked, yeah, this is text to voice I'm playing around with. I've been having some fun with it, just kind of messing around. It's someone suggested that it sounds natural, so I was kind of testing it out to see if it really does, and it's not terrible. Some of them are okay. Obviously not something you'd want to use if you had tons of narration to do, but like the sentence here and there, it's really not terrible. It's not this program isn't bad. But what I said I'm going to do is I'm going to go and prank my wife a little bit with some of the. Oh, you missed the English version? Okay, hold on. Let me go back into the English version. So the man's voice is, it was okay until we got to the end. So let me play it.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
It's the end sound like his is, and I typed this sentence in, so I made it. Sounds a little weird, but the woman actually sounds pretty good. Let me play that one.
Testing a voice app. This is a demo to see how well this works. Hi, my name is Ethan.
It's not terrible. And I thought that both of the British were really good, but I always find British accents are kind of clever, and so I like them. So I'm not sure if I just don't know British accents well enough to know it doesn't sound correct. But I thought they were pretty good. But it's interesting, and I've played with these programs before, and they're usually not very good. I always have a lot of problems. I was doing a project maybe, I'd say about a year ago, maybe a little longer, maybe like 15 months or something like that. And the client wanted us to use text to speech because they didn't want to pay for a narrator, because narration is really expensive. It can get very pricey, like $30 a page on like the very cheap end to like $100 a page for a really, really expensive professional. So they wanted to use this text to voice, and I refused to do it for the project because all the samples they were sending us were terrible. But this isn't so bad, but I doubt I could have done it for that project. They wanted so much done. But I like to see this technology. I think we're like getting there with this. Like this could be a game changer for the cost of training and like speed of training, like development. Yeah, verby.co. Hold on, let me just type it in. And someone posted this link on Reddit. I've never seen it before today. I've never tested it or anything. I don't even know what the company is. I know nothing about it. I just saw someone post it and they said, hey, this piece of software sounds natural. What do you think? So I just clicked the link and I'm seeing. I know nothing about the company. I don't know how much they cost because there is a sign-in. Even though I can create all this for free, I can create an MP3 file. I'm sure there's some way that they charge. So I haven't looked at that whatsoever. It just says free speech to text converter, bring your text to life for personal or commercial use, free. So that's kind of neat. I'm going to bookmark this link though. I think it's kind of cool. Fun to play around with anyway. Anyway, that's it for me for today. I meant to sign off 15 minutes ago, and I am still still talking because I've been having so much fun with this piece of software. Anyway, have a good night. Have a good day.